Now, here's Heidi and Frank on 95.5 KLOS and KLOS HD1, Los Angeles.
Today, Comedy Central will premiere the first one-hour comedy special from a good friend of the show, one of the stars of Sullivan and Son, Owen Benjamin, with his High Five Till It Hurts. It's going to air at midnight. It was recorded at the Moody Theater in Austin, Texas. And an extended and uncensored CD-DVD combo will be released on July 2nd via Comedy Central Records. And you can get that on iTunes, Xbox Video, Amazon Instant Video, and Sony Entertainment Network. He's standing outside. Get in here, Owen.
Yo.
Good to see you again.
Hi, Owen.
Thanks for coming in. Congratulations on this comedy special, dude.
Good, handsome.
Good to see you.
Good to see you,
Is that
too.
something for like the comedian that I made it another rung up the comedy ladder, getting the comedy special?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's definitely a good place to be.
Hell yeah. I mean, you've really blown up in the last year, right?
I mean, my goal is to have a car.
That's a big moment for a comedian when he actually can afford a car.
In Los
Yeah.
Angeles, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember in college, I just didn't want college debt, and I wanted to own my own car were my goals. I think if you keep your goals simple, life's a lot happier.
So you've been successful enough that you've been able to lease a car.
Yeah, no, I bought a Camry, and I stuck with it. I've still got her. She's
You have
awesome.
the old Camry.
Oh, Camrys are the
Let me
best.
teach you something, man. This microphone goes sideways. See, like that, so you can talk right into it sideways.
Is it a condenser, dynamic? What kind of? Is it a cardioid?
It's a
Cardioid?
It's a Newman.
Yeah, Newman.
Yeah, I don't know.
I took an audio class. Audio is key.
Audio is key.
Audio is key.
That is true. Now, with the weird thing about Comedy Central, and your special High Five Till It Hurts going to be on tonight, midnight, which means we get to hear the dirty language? Because Comedy Central's weird. Like, if it's on at 9 o'clock at night, they bleep certain words, but if it's on later, you really get the
Yeah, no, you get the whole deal. I'm not really that dirty in it. I think there's a couple swear words in it. I think they were kind of pushing me to be dirtier because their demo's so young. And I'm just like, nah, I don't really have too much.
Yeah, you don't normally play that angle.
No.
He doesn't work blue, as they say in the biz.
No blue. I mean, I'll be a little blue conceptually, but not when it comes to, because I used to open for Julio Iglesias, and that's kind of where I learned that. Where it's like, if you can make 5,000 70-year-old Hispanic women laugh, you can make anyone laugh, and that's just a bigger market. You know, it's like, and the other day, it's still my job as well, and I don't want to exclude anyone.
Right.
And there's a huge amount of people that don't want to hear swearing, so why do it? I don't need to.
Yeah, I've gone to one of Owen's shows. It's actually the Sullivan and Son comedy tour. I was out there, and the most he will ever like really offend the audience is when he gets mad at them when he comes out. He's like, "You suck as an audience." Because that's
Yeah.
when I was at Flappers. And I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know what was going on with the audience that night, but sometimes they're really into it, and sometimes they sit back a little bit. And Owen just went out there and just called them on it and won them over that way. Is that?
Yeah, I think that if you tell people what they are and they know it's true, they just deal with it and move forward. Because like
I can do a Q&A. I don't have to do my stuff.
Yeah, I don't need to do it. If it's kind of like you feel like you're molesting the crowd, where it's like, if you're not into this, I can bail. Like, I'm not going to make you listen to a stand-up
Have
act.
you ever just bailed? I mean,
Totally.
oh, really?
Yeah, but
Whoa.
I'm not going to do that with the Sullivan
God, I
crew.
so want to do that on a daily basis here. Sometimes I'm like, I'm awful. I
I'm
just
trying
want
to
go
get
home.
her to do
I
that.
just want to go home, but
Yeah,
I
just-
stay here.
Yeah.
I stay because I think, well, I got to be here till 10.
He's a good dude. But the way I gauge it is watching Roy before me, because Roy Wood Jr. is one of the best stand-ups I've ever seen, fact, and so that's why it's amazing I get to work with him on Sullivan and Son. And if the crowd if he doesn't get almost a standing ovation when he's done, I hate the crowd for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, he deserves more.
Wow.
Yeah, he is absolutely hilarious. I mean, if you get a chance to go see the Sullivan Son tour, I mean, all the guys are great, but and Roy, yeah, he just brings it down. Everyone, if you're not, I mean, you're crying.
Because he's crossover. He's got that deep South black vibe, but like still doesn't alienate white people.
Yes.
And that's like the money zone to be in. That's the Eddie Murphy 80s zone.
Yeah.
You get right there, where you're still street, but white people relate and they're not scared.
As
It's a tough
Start
balance.
cashing your checks.
as far as the Comedy Central special, does Roy had his?
No.
no.
I was just texting with one of the Comedy Central executives last night, and they're talking about new hours, and I'm like, you guys have to see Roy Wood Jr. I mean, his dad passed on Soul Train. Like the pain of his upbringing. I mean, you have to hear this story. You got to have him in someday. It says the story about Soul Train is he had Don Cornelius worked for his dad, and his dad was invested in Soul Train for $1,000, and when he didn't get it back immediately, he made Don Cornelius give it back, and he signed away all of Soul Train. So growing up, Roy had to watch Solid Gold. You just have to see it. It's just.
Oh, that's great. I remember Solid Gold. I used to watch that show all the time. Loved it.
I was listening to your third cousin talk on the way here. Did you see the episode of Sullivan and Son recently where I kissed my aunt?
No.
Yeah, that was.
I DVR, so
that was one of the topics. So I just thought that was kind of funny.
Aunt. Okay, so
it was aunt, not by blood. I mean, basically the whole. Every episode of Sullivan and Son, there's at least one. What would you do or would you rather's?
Right.
You know, the whole thing was if you just found out your aunt was your aunt, but it was by marriage and you didn't know her, can you still hook up with her? And I said absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's no blood there.
In the wedding discussion, it's like if you go to a wedding and there might be people there, distant cousins.
Yeah.
I think a distant cousin is fair game.
Game of Thrones it.
Yeah. Well, that's like Game of Thrones is like distant sister. I mean, that's like wait a second.
Third cousin. I don't think there's any problem with that. That's like nothing, right?
Oh, I'm like hardcore French kiss my third cousin, but not knowing it was my third cousin until I went home, told my dad, I have a new boyfriend.
Is it kind of weird that it's kind of hot?
And
oh my God!
Into that.
It made it hotter for me. My first kiss, my first tongue kiss was with my probably third cousin, and I didn't know it either until they were like, Amy Downey, that's your cousin. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And we actually kept going out together. It's
I hook up with myself all the time, and it doesn't get any
super close.
It doesn't get more genetically similar.
Okay, on that, if you had a twin brother,
oh God,
identical twin brother, and you wanted to experiment, gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely gay.
But that, I mean,
based on his Twitter
that's
jogging
a really
pictures.
good question.
It's you,
now.
though.
It's you.
It's you. It's just.
But it's still gay because you're connecting with another. I think it's all about angles.
All right.
Like this is okay. That's
sitting next to each other seems okay, but yeah.
I think eye contact. Is it gay?
Well, he does it in the mirror, looking at himself.
If you're having a session, is that gay? If there's a mirror and you're looking in your eyes.
See.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another question.
You can only stare at your penis in a mirror.
I've asked this to some of my gay friends, and they always think that it's like the dumbest question, but. Can they turn themselves on in the mirror? Because if you're into dudes and you're an attractive dude, does that get you going?
Well, I guess if you're your own type, it could.
I think
like if you're like I'm not into like blonde hair. I like dark hair, more exotic looking people. So I wouldn't be my own type.
Everybody who cares about their body turns themselves on.
You're everyone's type.
Oh.
If you post pictures of yourself online, that whether for ladies, whether it be your selfie in your bikini or you're doing that POV down your legs,
you're saying,
every girl does that pic.
You actually turn yourself on because you like the way you look. That's why you want the world to see it. So I don't think it's weird to turn yourself on by looking in the mirror. I don't think it's gay.
Right.
I mean, look at you, dude. On your Twitter, I saw you post a picture of you jogging on the beach.
Yeah,
got me going.
Got me going.
But you didn't take it. You had to have somebody either ride a bike alongside you or jog with you.
Yeah, how'd you get that
A
picture?
team of homeless.
Did you give him some money?
I gave him a little more than money.
Here, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to run by you. As soon as I get right next to you, snap it. I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah, I think everyone in entertainment's turned on by themselves slightly.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because you hear your own voice all the time and you're into it.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Sometimes you come in here to the studio and these headphones are up super loud. It's like somebody who was talking into this really loves the sound of their own voice.
Yeah, I recorded my voice to my alarm. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Frank Kramer and Vanilla Sky.
I love that. Yeah, I think it comes from lonely childhoods, though. I think it comes from an honest place.
Yeah.
When you didn't have a lot of friends and you had to entertain yourself, you become your own friend.
That is true.
We were talking about wedding hookups and is anybody off limits? Obviously, anyone who's married there, the bride and groom. I think sleeping with the bride or groom's parents, a single parent, is a little bit dangerous. But do you have any stories about gone to a wedding and hooked up?
Weddings. I've never really. I've only gone to like 3 in my life.
Really?
Do you avoid them?
I used to be a piano player at weddings when I was in college, and I used to just absolutely massacre. It was dangerous.
So you're saying you've only been to as a guest 3 times, but you've been to tons playing piano.
Yeah, I've never hooked up with. See, I'm pretty good with boundaries when it comes to like friends and family and stuff. But when I was a piano player at weddings, I mean those. Yeah,
but if you are the piano player in the wedding band or you're the entertainment, it seems like they're instant groupies because the girls are like, "Oh, it's the band
He's
guy.
so
I'm only going to see him tonight. He's off to another
exactly.
wedding."
And
another
Can you play? Do you know how you? Oh my god!
Can you play Journey?
Yeah.
No, and it's literally it was before Wedding Crashers came out because I think now girls are a little smarter to
We're
it.
onto it. We're onto it. Yeah.
I think that movie changed the face of wedding hookups because before it's like it really was such an erotic place for women because they see their friends getting married and they start like fantasizing. They get kind of turned on and they have all this great food and women love nice dresses and so it's a gold mine.
Right.
And then Wedding Crashers came out and then they're like, oh, we're real easy at weddings. We have to stop.
Yeah,
this.
we have to stop this.
Yeah. They gotta
Thanks
check
a lot,
themselves.
Vids.
Eric, our producer, says he found some of your stand up when you're at the piano.
Yeah.
So is this going to be on the special tonight too? Is it like some of your piano stuff?
Yeah, I started playing classical piano when I was a little kid because my dad was an opera singer, which is why I
that's
started
right.
liking myself because I didn't have friends. Because my dad would start singing opera, and I'm from a small working class town in upstate New York where that's not cool.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of piano in the special.
Did he ever yell at you in operatic voice? I can just imagine.
He never really yelled at me. My mom was more stern.
Oh, that's right, because you had the hardcore mom.
Yeah.
And like the role reversal kind of a thing.
Yeah. My mom's 6'1", intense, loves football. My dad loves, figure skating and singing opera. Yeah, I was the only kid in
Wearing
history.
ascots.
I got to tell you, that may have been sort of
Sipping
just a
honey
marriage
tea.
of convenience.
No, they love each other. I swear to God. I mean, whether or not they both have gray areas, which I'm sure they do, I have no idea. Just my eyes have been pretty open since I live in LA to all these gray areas. But
Right.
I mean, they definitely really love each other. But I used to do a bit about how I was the only kid that was in the straight closet. Because my dad would be like, let's go see Rent. And I'm like, I want to play catch with Mom. You don't understand me. It's like the opposite.
Eric, do you have some of that queued up? You found some of Owen's stuff? Let's
There's a
listen
clip
to it.
on YouTube with the piano with the Timberland stuff, right? Is that it?
All right, let's listen to that.
Copy
I
that.
think the last song that really ruined it for me was It's Too Late to Apologize by Timberland. And I'll tell you why it ruined it, because a lot of people didn't see anything wrong with what I just said. It's by a band called One Republic, that kick ass. And then Timberland took it and produced it. He's like, yo, I'm named after a workman's boot. I'm legit. And he took the song and he didn't write any lyrics or any music. This is all he did, which makes him kind of genius in a way. But this is all he does.
That's it. That's all he does.
And then the band's like, sorry you're an angel, then you go and put me down. He's like, hey, hey, hey.
Oh my God.
By the way, have you guys ever seen
There's one more
a
piece.
drunk girl sing that in karaoke? Hilarious. They're like, it's too late to apologize, Brian. You, Brian. It's too late to apologize. Girls' night. We don't need Brian.
I used to work at a restaurant with karaoke, and that would always happen. Like, girls get drunk and then really personalize every song. Like, guys are just idiots. We're always just trying to attract women. We're just trying to. Women will just make it their night. Tonight's my night. Brian's not here.
She's up on stage singing, burning photographs.
Yeah. It's too late, but we don't need you, Brian.
That's so true.
Girl power.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Can you stick around?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Owen Benjamin's going to stick around with us. 1-800-955-5567 is the number. Come right back. We are Heidi and Frank.
That was just a little sample of the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS. To get more samples like this and hear all the fun we have, you can do that at 955KLOS.com. Now, to get the show in its entirety on demand, and if you want to watch the show, we webcast it every day, all you have to do is go to HeidiandFrank.com and become a premium package member. Do it right now.
Heidi and Frank Show. Don't forget, that tonight on Comedy Central at midnight, the premiere, the first 1 hour comedy special from Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin, High Five Till It Hurts, airs tonight at midnight on Comedy Central. So be sure and watch that. And an extended and uncensored CD-DVD combo is going to be available on July 2nd. Through Comedy Central Records, which you can get that on iTunes, Xbox Video, Amazon Instant Video, and Sony Entertainment Network. And Owen's sitting here with us, promoting his big night tonight. It's the first one, and he's a friend of the show, and he's on Sullivan and Son. So be sure and watch that and buy that DVD.
Feeling good. High five till it hurts.
What's that from? The High Five Till It Hurts.
I actually one night was out with Bern and Vince and all those guys, and we were partying all night. We shut down some bar, And the next day I woke up and swear to God, my hand hurt from high fiving.
Did you know right away? You're like,
no, I was like, why does my hand hurt? And I'm like, too many high fives. And then I was like, what a great injury.
Yeah.
Like a high five injury. It's like my abs hurt from sex. You're like, good. That's great.
Right.
There was recently like a Texas Ranger who was put on the disabled or the disabled
DL,
list,
yeah.
because he was high fiving and dislocated his thumb. They just missed. So in that sense, it's like, oh, he won't be playing in the game today, right fielder, because he high fived
and hurt himself. What's the? You have to watch the elbow so that you don't miss, because that's always
key.
the fear. It's like, hey, up top,
That is
and then
the
you're
secret.
like, oh God, please don't let me miss.
Yeah, you got to
I'm pretty
watch.
sporty. I don't miss, but I'm just saying, you got to watch the elbow.
That's a real connect. Yeah, a real connect.
Yeah, when you high.
When you look at the elbow, you can really get in there. And I watched some people's specials, and comedy's getting a little like dark lately. Like everything's got to be like so like mean.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody. A lot of people are really good, but I just want something that was like out there to make people laugh that work all week and want to laugh. I'm not trying to, quench my demons on stage.
And be mean to people.
No, I don't need to do
Are
that.
you doing any stand-up locally that they can go check out live?
Yeah, I'm at the Improv all the time. I mean, I live right there. I go there all the time. They just put me on the mural. So if you walk by the Improv, I'm in the Wall of Champions.
You've made it.
Wall of Champions.
So you're saying that if you just go there, sometimes occasionally you'll just be on stage. It's not a planned thing.
Yeah, I mean,
you've got that kind of respect.
I wish I had something to promote right now, but locally. But I'm still shooting Sullivan and Son. So every Thursday at 10 on TBS.
So yeah, if he's on the mural, that means he can walk in any time, and some poor comedian who's just starting out gets bumped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't go on tonight.
Owen's here.
Yeah.
Oh, Owen.
Your dreams have been crushed. I don't really do that. I only do that. I'll go last on a 10 o'clock because I don't like bumping people. I used to be bumped all the time, and I know that feeling.
Who's the biggest comedian that ever bumped you?
They've all bumped me.
Oh, really?
Every one of them. Yeah, I think the one that really bumps people is Chappelle because he'll do a 4-hour set.
What?
But in his defense, if you're a comic and you don't want to watch Chappelle for free, then you shouldn't be a comic. Like, if you're a comic and you get bumped by Dave Chappelle and you're mad about it, then you might want to get another job because that's incredible to just sit and watch that guy go off.
4 hours.
4 hours of just...
I mean, I wouldn't watch. I'd watch for 15 minutes and then go get drunk at the bar.
Well,
But-
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chappelle will just go. You just put a nickel in him and he just goes.
That's awesome. I can't imagine though. Just a stand-up act for 4 hours, no breaks, just constant.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
You do it every day, but you just sit down. This 4-hour show.
Oh, not comedy.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
This is you. Just put a nickel in her and watch her go.
That's about what they did too. That's about what they did. About a nickel.
I gave her a couple of nickels, and she's in here.
Getting up at 3:15. Come on.
When we come back, it's time to give away the UFC 162 tickets. You a fan of Ultimate Fighting at all?
Yeah, it looks like a nightmare, but I have a lot of respect for those guys.
You look like you could be an Ultimate Fighter.
No, I'm too tall. My jaw's too exposed.
Oh.
I'm pretty good with people that don't know fighting well, like just because I'm so big.
Right, they just
But
assume.
anyone who's a trained fighter can just see my
Glass
chin.
chin.
Yeah, I'm 6'7". You can get under this
Oh,
so
that's
easily.
true.
You
It's
get
the only thing they can reach is the chin, the button.
that in the wiener.
If they can't hit the chin, they'll hit the wiener.
The best way to take me down in a fight is just attack my wiener.
I might do that. I might just see if I can take him down.
Attack it with your body.
Owen, thank you so much for coming.
Oh,
on,
you guys
dude.
are the best. Thank you so much for having me.
Comedy Central tonight.
Good luck with everything, and come back anytime you want to promote anything.
Thank you.
okay?
I live in La Cienega.
Open
Cheers.
door.
Perfect.
Later,
Yeah.
guys.